Today we're going to be talking about different coins and their values and how to count them. I'm going to give you some strategies for that. Okay, we're going to take a look at these coins, and I have them all heads up, and I know it's not the best lighting in here. Let me see if this is a little bit better. It's a little better. There's a little glare there, but that's a little better. So we're going to look at these, and I have them on the, if you think about heads and tails, whenever you flip a coin, so all of these are on the head side, and if you look, they all have a different face on them. This side is usually consistent. I'm going to show you a different nickel that has a different view here, but let's go over first the names of the coins and their value. So this is called a 50-cent piece, and it's worth 50 cents. Not too hard to remember that one. It's the largest of the coins, so I'm going to write 50 cents. I can write it 50 and then have a cent symbol, or I can write $, 0, decimal, 50. This is a quarter, Q-U-A-R-T-E-R, and a quarter is worth 25 cents, or I write that $. You notice the difference. This is a symbol for cent. I don't need a decimal for that. But whenever I use a $, I've got to have that decimal. That's the difference. This is a dime. A dime is the smallest in size, but interestingly, not the smallest in value. A dime is worth 10 cents. I would write that with a $, 0, 1, 0, decimal, 1, 0. This is a nickel. And a nickel is worth 5 cents. I can also write that using the $, with a decimal. And then the penny. Those are my dogs. 1 cent for the penny. 0 decimal, 0, 1. And I have got to have that decimal and then 0, 1. If I wrote it like this, it's a dime. If I write it like this, it's a penny. And the value is different. I see there's a little glare there. It's hard for you to see. Okay, I'm going to show you some differences in some of these coins. Well, first of all, I'm going to flip all of these over, and I'm going to show you the tails side. So that's the 50-cent piece, and we'll zoom in on that one. You see, it's got an eagle, and then on this side, I believe that's John F. Kennedy. And the tail side of the quarter, now this is a different one. This one, quarters have some different sides on the tail side. This is one of the state quarters. This one, oh no, I take that back. Got to get it closer to my eyes to see it, but I've got a variety. This is a typical quarter. It has an eagle on it as well. But then there's a variety of quarters. This one is a quarter from, sorry guys, Miss McConnell's eyes are not great. Oh, the District of Columbia. This is from Washington, D.C. to commemorate that. And then a while ago, they made quarters. Sometimes they make different special issue coins. This one, I believe, is for a special place. I'm going to have to look at that under better lighting. Sorry, kiddos. This one is from North Dakota, but that's still a quarter. And the way I know it's a quarter is I can look at the head side, also by size. The size is always going to be the same. Quarters are interesting because they have, I want you to ask your parents if you can look at a quarter, and I want you to notice the difference between a quarter a nickel. A quarter has a rough edge. A nickel, which is a little bit smaller than a quarter. If I line those up, it's a little bit smaller. And it has a smooth edge. So that's one way to tell the difference. A dime, to my knowledge, and I definitely am not an expert in coins. I know we had our experts in money come on Great American Teach-In Day. Shout out to Max's moms, and they were experts. I am not. I know how to spend it. I don't know about all the coins, but I don't know that there are any different dimes out there. That's the tail side of a dime. It's not very clear. This is the tail side of a nickel. That has the Capitol building in DC. I want to show you as well a different face on a nickel. They redesigned the nickel a few years ago. This is a newer nickel. I don't know if you can see it. The face, instead of being a profile, meaning he's looking at me from the side, this one has Thomas Jefferson, and he is looking at me from his face. But again, just like the quarters, even though it's different, it's the same size. So that size is really important. That's one thing on the lesson that I'm going to assign to you. It didn't really talk about that, so I wanted you to notice that. The penny, here's the tails side of the penny. And I found this one is another special issue penny. I'm going to show you this. So same value, still worth a penny, but it's just a little bit different. Now sometimes we come across coins that are really similar to ours, but they're from another country. And just because it is maybe the same size as our coin in the United States, but it's from another country, it does not have the same value and it is not called the same thing. I want to take a minute too to show you some dollar coins. These you don't, the 50-cent piece you don't come across very often. These you don't come across very often, but this one is plastic. These are a little bit larger, just slightly larger than a quarter. If you look, see how the edges are sticking out? They have different faces. This looks like Abraham Lincoln. This one is Sacagawea. And I am not sure, but these are all worth $1. These two are real. The other one's plastic. But if you look, and they're a different color. The Sacagawea one, my plastic one, if you look, they're all the same size. But they are not quite the same shade as a penny. It's more of a brownish type metal, brownish yellowish type metal. But it does say on it $1. So if I look on this side, if you look right there, it says it's worth $1. Here's this one. It's got the Statue of Liberty on the back. It says $1. Now this one has a eagle on the back. But again, down here in words, in word form, along the bottom, it says $1. Okay, so now that we've talked about what the different coins look like, we're going to talk about counting them. Okay, I placed some coins here on our board, and the easiest way to count coins is to start with the largest value. Now remember, the largest coin isn't worth the most. It doesn't have the largest value. So I'm going to start with the largest value, and in this group of coins, that's a quarter. So I'm going to say 25 plus 25, and that's just heads and tails. These are both quarters. 25, 50. Now the next highest in this group would be the dime, even though it's not the largest. 60. Next highest would be these nickels. 25, 50, 60, 65, 70, and then the pennies. 71, 72. Okay, same idea. Here I have a different group of coins. I'm not going to count these. So quarter, that's the largest, 25. Then I'm going to go with my next highest. Well, if I look at that, the dime is worth 10, the nickel is worth 5, the penny is worth 1, so plus 10. So I'm going to even line these up in order. So 25, 35, 40, 41. So I would write that the value of these coins is 41 cents, or I could also write it, that $sign, like that. Now, it is incorrect if I write it like this. That is a different value, so that is not correct. And this is not correct either. If I write decimal 41 and cent, that is incorrect. That means less than 1 cent. So either of these, yes. These two are a no-go. All right, good luck, you guys. You're going to do an amazing job